Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 11th of August 2025 and the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is definitely off the charts, isn't it? And look, guys, the reason is pretty simple. President Donald Trump has definitely signed an executive order, and this executive order, guys, will allow cryptocurrency access to 401k investors. This, to be honest, guys, is definitely a massive news, and this new executive order, guys, opens the door for more than $12 trillion in US retirement assets. So because of this news, guys, there's definitely a lot of possibility for the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to pump up to the moon. Now what I'll do, guys, in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Because of this, guys, the ETF demand will be increasing as well as in it. And the so-called ETF analysts, guys, they are claiming that only because of this announcement, the ETF demand could actually increase by 20 to 45%. And look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Since the last 3 months, I'm also looking at the ETF inflows. And because of BlackRock getting into the Bitcoin ETF as well as Ethereum ETF, guys, this matrix indirectly gives an indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are heading towards, isn't it? And since the last 24 hours, guys, the ETF inflows is at a staggering $864.9 million. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now look, guys, it is great that President Donald Trump is a massive fan of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And more importantly, guys, he's allowing a lot of investors to go ahead and benefit from it, isn't it? And along with that, guys, if you look at President Donald Trump's historic peace moves, he did actually sign a peace treaty between Azerbaijan and Armenia, isn't it? So essentially, guys, under the Trump administration, if you look at geopolitics, the world is definitely heading towards world peace, isn't it? And in just a matter of 8 months, guys, President Donald Trump has pretty much ended 7 wars. He's ended the war between Azerbaijan and Armenia, Cambodia and Thailand, a nasty war between Israel and Iran, and this was done because of peace through strength. Rwanda and Dr. Congo, and India and Pakistan were definitely heading towards nuclear war as well, isn't it? And it is only because of President Donald Trump's interference, guys, these wars were ended. And along with that, under President Donald Trump's leadership, guys, the war has been ended between Egypt and Ethiopia as well as Serbia and Kosovo. So at a geopolitical level, guys, the world is definitely heading towards world peace. And this week, guys, President Donald Trump will also be meeting President Putin. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, if there is peace news comes out between Ukraine and Russia, news such as this will directly impacting the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now, along with the 4AK related news, guys, there is an interesting news I want to touch base, and this is regarding stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. And CoinDesk, guys, they published a report where they've discussed some interesting metrics regarding stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. So in today's episode, I'll definitely run through these numbers. Now look, guys, it is so important to understand that when you talk about stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, they are kind of opposite to how Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies work, isn't it? But we cannot stress the importance of stablecoins. And according to me, guys, they are the driving force of the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? And towards the first week of September, guys, I will be doing an event on stablecoins as well as central bank digital currencies. Now, if you do want to go on and sponsor that session, guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. But in today's episode, guys, I'll go ahead and read out some really intricate numbers that are actually connected to stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. Now, the next news, guys, is another massive news, and this is connected to Chainlink. And Chainlink, guys, did make an announcement of Chainlink Reserve. And essentially, guys, it is an on-chain reserve of Link tokens, and it is built by converting off-chain enterprise revenue and on-chain fees. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Because look, guys, when you talk about Chainlink, that platform is leading the so-called distributed Oracle space, isn't it? And since 2024, guys, ever since they launched CCIP, that is Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, I do think there is a bright future for Chainlink protocol as such. And who's to say the Link token will definitely be pumping up as well, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the next news, guys, is a really interesting news, and this is connected to SEC versus Ripple. And finally, guys, looks like the chapter has been closed, so I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. And it is needless to say, guys, if you look at the price of Ripple or XRP because of this news, it is definitely going off the chart. And we know under the Biden administration, guys, going back to December of 2020, the Security and Exchange Commission sued Ripple Labs, isn't it? And along with that, they also went ahead and sued 2 executives. And the Security and Exchange Commission under Gary Gensler's leadership, guys, they were alleging of $1.3 billion unregistered securities, and because of that, Ripple did actually agree to pay a fee of $125 million. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and run through some historic numbers. But the good news for the Ripple army now is that the entire drama between SEC and Ripple has been completely closed. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the momentum of XRP or Ripple is. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is more of a fintech news and a platform called Tarabut, guys. They have an open finance platform. And the news essentially is that they have secured in principle approval from the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now the next news, guys, is a really interesting and a massive news. And this is a partnership between Security Commodities Authority and Dubai's VARA. That is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. And they are going to agree on a unified framework to regulate virtual assets in the United Arab Emirates. So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now look, guys, it is really important to understand that right now the regulations are extremely strong, but at the same time, if you look at the general sentiment, guys, the government and rules and regulations, they definitely want you to go and build a lot of things, particularly in the digital asset space. So according to me, guys, news such as this is definitely positive news. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25 and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount, and the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025 as well as Eat Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing, if you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all, they also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now straight off the bat guys, if you look at the ETF inflows, today the numbers at a ridiculous $864.9 million, and this essentially means that the investor confidence has built up, isn't it? And it is needless to say guys, the only reason why that thing has happened is because President Donald Trump has gone ahead and signed executive orders, isn't it? And when you talk about the 401k plans guys, they currently alone hold $8.7 trillion. So imagine guys, these investors now will be getting access to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So because of that, the prices of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market will definitely go off the chart. And if you look at the global cryptocurrency market guys, it has actually crossed the $4 trillion mark. And right now the global cryptocurrency market is at $4.14 trillion. And what crazy to note guys is, I'm looking at these numbers in the early hours of Dubai, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries. And I did mention earlier in the day that President Donald Trump, he did actually go and sign some iconic deals between Azerbaijan and Armenia, isn't it? And that has definitely created a lot of positive sentiment. And this week guys, President Donald Trump will be meeting President Putin as well. And I'm pretty much sure we'll be getting some more information regarding world peace. So because of these news guys, the investor sentiment is definitely looking great, isn't it? And more importantly guys, Tim Cook has decided to go and invest another $100 billion in US economy. So under President Donald Trump's leadership, things are definitely looking great, not just for the US economy guys, but also for the stock market as well as world peace. And more importantly guys, news such as this directly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And if you look at the global cryptocurrency market since the last 24 hours, today it is at a staggering $146 billion. And I cannot stress this enough guys, this number most likely will be increasing over the next coming days. But look, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Now what I'm really liking guys is, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market snapshot, the volume of stablecoins is definitely pumped up, but the volume of decentralized exchanges is definitely not that great. And the volume of decentralized exchanges is only at $13.88 billion, and the total fees collected by these transactions is at $79.64 million. But here's the interesting thing guys, the total value locked is definitely off the chart, and right now it is at $150.82 billion. And I cannot stress this enough guys, the only reason why the total value locked is increasing is because of the narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, Dogecoin treasury firms, Solana treasury firms, and maybe even Litecoin treasury firms, isn't it? As long as any cryptocurrency and blockchain protocol works on proof of stake protocol guys, the total value locked will be pumping up, isn't it? But let's say blockchain protocols are currently working on proof of work mining, then the total value lock will not be increasing. Now that thing being said guys, if we look at the decentralized exchange dominance, today the percentage is 41.23%, and one matrix which is definitely pumped up since the last 24 hours, that is total value lock connected to real world assets, and since the last 72 hours it has actually pumped up by more than $1 billion. Today it is at $13.45 billion. The last few weeks before that it was around the $12 billion mark, isn't it? So looks like there's a lot of development taking place in the world of total value lock that is connected to real world assets. Now let's quickly run to the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now Uniswap is definitely leading the pack, and its volume has crossed the $4 billion mark after a very long time, and today it is at $4.36 billion. PancakeSwap today guys is at number 2nd with $1.69 billion. Radium is at number 3rd with $823.17 million. Whereas Aerodrome is at number 4th with $705 million, and finally got at number 5th is a cryptocurrency exchange called Fluid, and its volume is $612.46 million. Now let's quickly run to the volume of stablecoins, and as I mentioned earlier guys, the volume of stablecoins has definitely gone off the chart, and it is no surprise that the USDT is leading the pack, and its 24-hour volume is $120.60 billion, whereas Circle USDC guys is at number 2nd with $13.40 billion. And at number 5th is FDUSD, and its 24-hour volume is $7.53 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now what is really interesting to note guys is, the prices of Bitcoin has actually pumped up, but the dominance has actually gone down. But strangely guys, the dominance of Ethereum has actually pumped up, and the prices of Ethereum has also pumped up a lot. And look guys, this is only because of the narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, isn't it? And because of that guys, Ethereum's dominance today is at 12.80%, whereas Bitcoin's dominance has gone below the 60% mark. Today it is at 59.81%. Now if you look at the 24-hour trading volume guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $74.11 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is almost half of that. it is only at $36.60 billion. Now looking at this matrix, guys, you can clearly state a lot of them are becoming validators. And to be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if the volume of decentralized apps has actually gone down, no? Despite the process of Ethereum pumping up, the total value locked pumping up, as well as the dominance pumping up. Really weird matrix in my honest opinion, no? Because the whole idea of creating Ethereum was that apps such as Tinder, Facebook Messenger, or Instagram will work on blockchain protocols, isn't it? But because of this whole narrative regarding Ethereum treasury firms, guys, what is happening is that a lot of companies are buying Ethereum and putting it into the balance sheet, and along with that they are becoming validators as well. But it's going to be really interesting to see if the use case actually improves, and that is precisely the reason, guys. If you look at the 24-hour trading volume, it hasn't pumped up a lot, isn't it? See, guys, if the 24-hour trading volume was around the same as Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume, then you could confidently state that the volume of decentralized apps is also improving. Really weird matrix in my honest opinion. Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or have a completely different opinion. And if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, guys, it has crossed the $500 billion mark. It is at $521 billion. And just a little over 2 months ago, guys, Ethereum's market cap was below the $300 billion mark, isn't it? So look, guys, narrative in the space definitely has a lot of impact on the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now that thing being said, guys, if you look at Bitcoin's market cap, today it is only at $2.42 trillion. Now every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I want to look at the top 5 protocols ranked by earnings. And I'm looking at this via defilama.com, guys, and this data is based on 30 days. And to be honest, guys, it is no surprise that stablecoins are leading the pack, and Tether has earned $624.02 million in just a matter of 30 days. And this is followed by Circle, who have earned $200.87 million. Hyperliquid, guys, is at number 3rd, but its earnings since the last 30 days is below the $100 million mark. It is at $90.87 million. Axiom Pro, guys, is at number 4th, and its 30-day earnings is $53.7 million. And at number 5th, guys, is Pump, and its 30-day earnings is $19.6 million. Now, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin right now is at $121,860. Last Thursday, guys, the price of Bitcoin was hovering around the $114,000 mark, isn't it? So it looks like because of the executive orders as well as general peace in the world, the prices of Bitcoin as well as cryptocurrencies are definitely heading towards a new all-time high. And if you look at the price of Bitcoin since the last 24 hours, guys, it is actually up by 3.95%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 6.17%. Ethereum currently is at $4,316. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.92%. And since the last 7 days, guys, it is actually up by 21.05%. Now, according to me, guys, the biggest momentum that will take place in the next coming week is Ripple or XRP. And the price of XRP right now is at $3.26. But since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.86%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually up by 8.55%. Now look, guys, the reason why I do feel that the price of Ripple or XRP will be pumping up, because now the chapter is completely closed between the US Security and Exchange Commission and Ripple, isn't it? Now we'll definitely go and touch base on that news. But before that, guys, let's go and discuss what is it that President Donald Trump did in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Because he did sign a really iconic executive order, guys, and the executive order is titled Democratizing Access to Alternative Assets for 401k Investors. Now this is more connected to retirement funds in the United States of America, isn't it? Now if you do need official information regarding the executive order, it is in the show notes below. And I've taken the information directly from the White House website. And this executive order, guys, seeks to give 401k and other retirement plan participants greater access to alternative assets like private equity, real estate, digital assets and infrastructure when approved by fiduciaries. And here's the important thing, guys. It also directs the US Department of Labor to review and update guidance, reduce litigation risks and work with the Security and Exchange Commission to ease access, aiming to boost diversification and long-term returns while at the same time maintaining prudent oversight. So look, guys, news such as this is absolutely massive, isn't it? Because essentially, guys, this order unlocks access to about $12 trillion in US retirement funds. And it is needless to say that this could be a game changer for mainstream adoption, isn't it? And experts are claiming, guys, there'll be potential inflows of $122 billion in Bitcoin alone. And the reason why the so-called experts are saying this is because if just 1% of these defined contribution plan assets flow into Bitcoin, guys, it would actually amount to $122 billion worth of investment, which is equivalent to buying over 1 million Bitcoin at today's prices. Definitely massive news, isn't it? And as I mentioned earlier, guys, currently they hold over $8.7 trillion. and just a 1% crypto allocation from these plans, guys, could actually channel about $87 billion into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency funds, thereby driving significant growth and legitimization. And now let's say, guys, if there's a 5% allocation of retirement assets into Bitcoin alone, that would translate into an eye-popping $610 billion inflows, isn't it? And that, to be honest, is more than 26% of Bitcoin's total market capitalization. Now, because of this news, guys, we'll definitely be seeing a lot of boost in the world of ETFs as well. And I'm talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies related ETF, guys. And crypto exposure and retirement plans will likely boost demand for Bitcoin and digital assets. And this would be in the ballpark of 20 to 45%, fueling growth in regulated investment vehicles. So look, guys, there is a very high possibility of $12 billion to move into just Bitcoin alone. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the prices are going to be reacting over the next coming weeks. But here's the important thing to remember, guys. These inflows won't just happen overnight. It might take a couple of months or maybe even a couple of years. And that will only strengthen Bitcoin's liquidity, price flow, and mainstream acceptance as a case for retirement asset, isn't it? Definitely important news. Now look, guys, I'm pretty much sure whatever United States of America does, other countries will be doing something similar as well, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised if other countries, let's say like United Kingdom, Switzerland, maybe United Arab Emirates or India does something similar. So based on all these news, guys, who should say the price of Bitcoin might even cross the $1 million mark, maybe even $20 million mark as well, isn't it? But look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. All of these are just speculations, and whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Now, guys, talking about research, Coinbase has published a report regarding central bank digital currencies and stablecoins, and what that report actually states, that the trading volume has surged to $1.68 trillion, and they also talked about non-USD backed stablecoin that has reached a milestone of $1 billion. And what is really interesting to note, guys, when you talk about USDT supply, majority of them is actually dominated by Tron blockchain. So let me go ahead and give out some finer details regarding this, because regarding trading volume of $1.68 trillion, guys, centralized exchange trading volume for stablecoin pairs reached $1.68 trillion, and this was as of July 29th, and it is trending towards higher activity levels as Bitcoin reaches new highs. And regarding non-USD backed stablecoin, guys, the report clearly states that non-USD backed stablecoin reached an all-time high above $1 billion, and this is in cumulative market capitalization. And what is really interesting to note, guys, is it is actually coinciding with the record crypto fiat pair exchange volume hitting $41.7 billion. And regarding Tron blockchain, guys, the Tron network reached a new all-time high of $81.9 billion in stablecoin market capitalization. And last week, guys, I definitely went ahead and touched base on these numbers. But regarding Tron blockchain, guys, it is important to note that the USDT is the dominating factor for it, isn't it? So look, guys, this report definitely is important. But at a philosophical level, guys, it does beg this question. Can stablecoin networks that often rely on centralized network and fiat backing ever claim the level of decentralization and trustlessness of that of Bitcoin? And according to me, guys, the answer to that is a big fat no, isn't it? Because when you talk about central bank digital currencies, guys, they're exactly the opposite of a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Now, if you do want to go and read through the report, guys, the link to that is in the show notes below. Now, guys, let's go and discuss an interesting move regarding Chainlink. And Chainlink, guys, they have launched something called as Chainlink Reserve, and this is essentially an on-chain reserve of Link tokens built by converting off-chain enterprise revenues as well as on-chain fees into Link token, and they're doing that using payment abstraction technology. And this move, guys, does support the network's long-term growth and sustainability. And regarding the reserve, guys, they already hold over 1 million in Link token and is expected to grow steadily without any withdrawal for coming years. So look, guys, this is definitely another massive news, isn't it? Because when you talk about Chainlink, guys, they're definitely leading the decentralized or distributed Oracle space, isn't it? And they've already secured over $80 billion in value across 60 plus blockchains, and they enable complex blockchain applications including interoperability. So look, guys, according to me, by combining revenue growth and cost reductions, this move by creating a reserve by Chainlink strengthens Chainlink's role as a key infrastructure for tokenized asset adoption in decentralized finance, as well as traditional finance space, isn't it? Definitely powerful news in my honest opinion. Now, guys, let's go and give out some update regarding Ripple and XRP. And guys, in August under the Trump administration, looks like the case is completely closed. So what I want to do is, guys, I'll just go through and run through some timeline with brief information regarding this drama. Cause in December of 2022, guys, the Security and Exchange Commission sued Ripple Labs and two executives, And the Security and Exchange Commission under Gary Gensler, guys, did actually allege a $1.3 billion unregistered security offering through the sale of XRP token, but Ripple at that point of time denied it as a security. Now that court battle did actually continue for quite a few years, guys, and in October of 2023 what happened is, a US district judge ruled that the sale of XRP on public exchanges were not securities, but they were institutional sales, and they did violate security laws. And at that point of time, guys, the Security and Exchange Commission also dropped claims against Ripple CEO, that is Brad Garlinghouse, along with the executive chairman, that is Chris Larsen. And at that point of time, guys, they did ask them to pay a fee of $2 billion, but that fee was reduced from $2 billion to just $125 million. And fast forward to June of 2025, guys, Ripple agreed to pay $125 million civil penalty fees, which was placed in escrow pending resolution of appeals. And finally, guys, in August of 2025, under Trump's leadership, the Security and Exchange Commission under the Trump leadership and Ripple officially ended the appeals in US Court of Appeals for Second Circuit, with both sides agreeing to bear their own legal cost. And because of this, guys, the prices of Ripple and XRP is definitely pumping up, isn't it? And just last week, guys, Ripple also made a staggering announcement that they have acquired a payment platform called Israel, and they did that for a staggering $200 million. And the reason they did that is because they want to expand the stablecoin as well as XRP payment services, and they want to enhance virtual account capabilities and operational efficiency. So look, guys, things are definitely looking great for the Ripple army. And who's to say, guys, could it be possible that stablecoin, that is XRP Ledger, will be competing with other USDTs as well? Only time will tell if that thing is possible or not, and it might take at least a couple of decades for that thing to happen, isn't it? So these were some macro level news, guys, on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And Tarabut, guys, they are MENA's leading open banking and embedded finance platform, and they have received in-principle approval from the Central Bank of United Arab Emirates, and the approval follows the introduction of UAE's open finance regulations, and this is the third national regulatory license from Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Now, the first regional fintech is licensed under open finance framework with all three major Gulf economies, and it does strengthen Tarabut's position as a key infrastructure layer for future financial services in the MENA region, isn't it? And the technology allows regulated institutions, lenders, insurers and platforms to use customer permission financial data, and it enables real-time credit decisions, income verification and personalized offers, and it embeds capabilities directly into partner platform for inclusive, intelligent and accessible services. And Tarabut's infrastructure guard supports credit card for undeserved users, and they power embedded SME financial solutions, and their focus is to deliver real-time data-driven products that create tangible economic value. And the past use cases include credit card for thin-file consumers, and they also support revenue-based financing for SMEs, and also offer pre-checkout tools that reduce underwriting costs. So look, as news such as this aligns with national economic goals such as boosting entrepreneurship and reduce credit barriers, isn't it? Definitely interesting news. And according to me, guys, with real-time connectivity to all major banks in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and United Arab Emirates clearance, Tarabut is poised to scale embedded finance across Middle East region, but might actually give it a competitive edge, isn't it? Really interesting news. And I'm really curious to check, guys, if they are getting into the cryptocurrency space as well. Because what they're doing right now is in the so-called Web2 space, isn't it? But nonetheless, guys, I thought let me go ahead and discuss this news in today's episode. Now, the next news, guys, is a definitely massive news. And the Security Commodity Authority of United Arab Emirates, guys, they have agreed with Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, and they are working on a unified framework to regulate virtual assets in United Arab Emirates. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this, because the aim is pretty simple, guys. They want to unify regulations of the United Arab Emirates virtual asset sector, and they want to create a shared framework for licensing, supervision as well as legislative coordination, and they want to ensure nationwide consistency in virtual asset rule across all Emirates, isn't it? And what I really like is because of this move, they will reduce duplication of regulatory efforts, and they also introduce mutual recognition of virtual asset service provider license issued in Dubai and other Emirates. And this unified framework, guys, establishes joint processes for reviewing virtual asset service provider applications and monitoring compliance, and authorities will share real-time information on licensed entities, and there will also be coordination that include joint inspections, oversight and enforcement actions. And the Security Commodity Authority Board, guys, has formed a coordinating committee for legislative review, and the committee is chaired by the SEC, that is Security Commodity Authority, and they will work closely with Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, and they will review and refine existing legislation on virtual assets. So look guys, according to me, this news is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Because they aim to align UAE's law with international standards including FATF guidelines as well. And they will be focusing on AML, that is anti-money laundering, and CTF, that is counter-terrorism financing risk assessment. And the joint efforts, guys, is supported by task forces, consultation and shared digital infrastructure. And look guys, news such as this is a massive benefit for companies, isn't it? Because it offers clear licensing path and unified rules. And when you talk about it at a macro level, guys, for the market it offers faster responses, improved transparency and stronger oversight. So according to me, guys, it is an absolutely massive deal. And the goal for this unified framework, guys, is to boost responsible innovation, investor protection and market confidence in UAE's virtual asset industry, isn't it? So definitely brilliant news in my honest opinion. So these were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look guys, you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. And he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one. And this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017. And the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Asset Forum. And all of this thing, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details. And there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys. Click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Our question by Clyde who asks, Can stablecoins hosted on centralized network maintain trust and decentralization in the evolving cryptocurrency landscape? This, to be honest, Cloud, is such an important question. And the answer to that, to be completely honest, Cloud, is a mixture of yes and no. Let me go ahead and tackle the easy one first, that is yes, because when you talk about stablecoins as such, they definitely work on centralized network, but at the same time, Clyde, they often provide reliability, regulatory compliance, and faster transaction speeds, isn't it? Which, to be honest, is extremely crucial in the cryptocurrency space. And when you talk about mainstream adoption, you definitely want a lot of speed, isn't it? And as much as I dislike saying this, their centralized governance can actually ensure transparency through audits and regulatory oversight. Now, this is a really contradictory statement, particularly when you talk about Tether USDT, because their audit report is absolutely horrendous, isn't it? But because of the Genius Act that is being signed by President Donald Trump into law, a lot of the stablecoin issuers by law will have to go and show the audit, isn't it? And that does offer a lot of clarity and peace of mind, particularly for investors and even for people like you and me who are using stablecoins, isn't it? And these audit reports do actually build a lot of trust, particularly among institutional investors and regulators. So one way of looking at it is that a lot of these audit reports, despite it being managed by a controlled environment, it does offer a bit of peace of mind as well, isn't it? But look, when you talk about stablecoins as such, I also want to go and touch base on the negative aspects for it, because when you talk about stablecoin issuers, they're definitely managed by a centralized entity, isn't it? So the whole aspect of distributed nature or decentralized is definitely compromised, and by relying on a centralized entity to manage, reserve, and issue tokens, these stablecoin issuers inherently introduce counterparty risk and potential single point of failures, isn't it? And if you think of it, Clyde, that is exactly the reason why Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, isn't it? And when you talk about stablecoins in the purest of sense, they definitely don't fully embody the trustlessness nature and censorship resistance that decentralized crypto promises. And this centralization nature, according to me, can actually lead to regulatory crackdown or operational failures that undermine user confidence, especially among hardcore crypto enthusiasts and builders, isn't it? So look, the answer to your question is a mixture of yes and no. And me personally, I'm definitely not a fan of stablecoins as such, Clyde, because according to me, a lot of stablecoin issuers, they are literally replacing the role of a bank. And more importantly, when you're talking about regulations as such, they're definitely not keeping any room for algorithmically backed stablecoin, no, which according to me is a massive no. So look, when you talk about stablecoins and centralized network, they are kind of like a pragmatic bridge between traditional finance and cryptocurrency space, and they are gaining trust through regulations and stability, but they're heavily sacrificing on decentralization or distributed, how I like to call it. And this is the area where I do feel there should be some room for algorithmically backed stablecoin. So that is my honest opinion on it, but definitely an excellent question. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything C on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursday, we have Blockchain DXB Podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at geopolitical news, we look at the latest technological development, and then we take a deep dive into regional news. We look at the latest developments from this region. We also look at the latest technological developments. And finally, guys, what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.